Hello friend, welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. You know, I'm in the process of doing this head gasket job. I filmed some of these steps for you and this is the next video. In this one I will be removing these camshafts. I know many of you are curious how this will be done, so let's do it together in this video. And first step is to turn those camshafts in correct position for the removal. Now how is that done? To turn them, you are using 24mm wrench, and it's right here, right? I will be turning them the clockwise direction, and where are those marks which I need to align, and they are on the back of these two wheels. And if I'm looking right now, it's a 2 and 2, right? On this cylinder head the marks are 2 and 2 on this, and they need to match right in middle, and I can see they are perfectly matching. So these timing marks, as a factory repair manual calls it, are in the correct position. Let me see if I can show it in that mirror on the camera. And for this job I switched to my miniature, very small camcorder, and hopefully that will allow me to show it to you. Of course it takes forever to prepare all of that. How can I see it? Do you see those marks? So they are towards to the firewall, right? Towards to the cabin, and as you can see, one of the wheels has 2 marks, the other one has 2 marks, and they are perfectly matching right now. So that will be position in which I'm allowed to remove these 2 camshafts. And reason for that is you have to have both cams in the place when there is a minimum force from the valves on it, right? Because you don't want to bend the cams while removing, and also you don't want to crack that head in certain areas. So this step is extremely important. Now here comes another extremely important step. What some people don't realize, this wheel is a one piece. But these are actually 2 wheels which are spring loaded. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Do you actually see right now, hopefully, that there is like a line between them? Well, that's because there are 2 gears. They call it sub gear and main gear, right? So this is different than this one, and they need to be secured together because there is a spring tension on them, and they will move in incorrect position. So I have to secure them right now. And Toyota basically calls this service bolt. It's a thread diameter 6mm, the thread pitch is 1mm, and the bolt length regarding to them is supposed to be 16 to 20mm, and this is how you use it to secure both wheels together, right? I will simply screw it in, and that will hold them nicely in the position, and that spring-loaded action will not change the gears, and everything will be perfect. I will be able to start removing both camshafts. Now somebody might ask, oh, why you are removing camshafts? Why you just don't skip it and remove the whole head with the cams? Well, this design, unfortunately, all the head bolts are underneath the camshafts. So we have to first remove the cams, and then we can continue with the removal of the head. So I will use this, right, nicely, gently tight it. I know these 2 wheels will not move, and I can continue with this procedure. On this passenger side head, you start with the exhaust cam, and I need to remove 8 bolts on these bearing caps, and there has to be special procedure observed, and I will show you how this is done right now. And again, for not damaging anything, I have to do this in several passes. So I have 10 millimeter deep socket here with a small breaker bar, right? And you start right here in the front. This is the bolt number 1. So you go right here and you will loosen. You start with this one. Did you hear that? And I go just very little. I'm not going to rush this procedure. Trust me on that. I will go very slow with this. I rather take more time than rush this. So here is the number 2. Did you hear that? It gave. Now where is 3 and 4? I'm going all the way to the back. Right here. 3 and 4. 4. Where is 5 and 6? I'm jumping back here to the front, right? 5 and 6, and finally 7 and 8. Now I will repeat this. How many times? Well, I'm going carefully, so I will probably go 5 times around, or until I will really feel absolutely no tension on these bolts. So look, oh yeah, everything is getting loose, nicely loose, right? And 7 and 8. All the bolts, I'm going 3rd time, right? 1st, 2nd, I suddenly feel no tension on those. So I will finish this. 3, 4, there's absolutely no tension on those bolts. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And as I said, there is no tension. I can move them with the fingers, all of them. So I will go ahead and just carefully start removing those bearing caps and keep them in the same order somewhere on the table. They are marked here to help you to know which one. This one says E1, E2, E3, E4, right? Exhaust. It's all marked, but I will still rather put it in the order on the table. And now really by the hand I can remove those bearing caps, right, with 2 bolts always. I just want to show it to you live. Don't want to waste your time, but to give you idea how much time it takes, right? I want to show you that first bearing cap, right? The E1 exhaust one. Yeah, come on, baby. People don't want to wait too long. Hurry up. It's close to that spark plug tube, so it's a little bit annoying. Sorry for that. Maybe I should have used those power tools now. And here you go. This is what you are looking at, right? This is the bearing cap, right? Hopefully you can see it nicely with 2 bolts. Once again, there is written on it E1, and there is even mark towards to the front. It's towards to the me, so you really don't have to, mark it and do all that steps because it's written on it. So I will continue with others and I will show you how we will remove that camshaft. Now I don't need to go follow that order, right? The camshaft, it's loose, it's not under the tension. So I can easily continue with this one, second one. Nothing will warp right now or crack because the tension was released in beginning, and that was that important moment which we needed observed that way. And here we go. This is the last one. Again, the orientation is on it. Here is what I was talking about being organized, right? So you can write front and have them in the order. But once again, these marks, if you look up here, see that E1 and that pointer going forward. So this is, right, what helps you to make sure you will not change the order, you will not switch them, right? And everything will be perfectly in the place. Here is the detail of that exhaust cam. You can see that the surfaces under the burnings seems to be just beautiful, perfect. So I'm very happy here, and I should be able to remove that exhaust cam right now. So let's go and see how loose it is there, right? If I will just grab it and it will go up. Oh yeah, absolutely loose, right? Here is this beauty. See that bolt holding these two wheels together, right? This one is really nice. I believe the surfaces are gorgeous. Yet I start seeing that milkshake building on it, right? If you look right here, for example, that oil is contaminated and the whole process already started. Also here, I can show you detail of that oil sitting there, details. It's happening. That head gasket, hopefully it's the head gasket, gave up, and the oil is being mixed with the coolant. So let's see the detail, what is here in the head happening. Do you see that oil? It's becoming slowly a milkshake. It's amazing.